Hey everyone, how's it going? Just wanted to talk quickly today about my DGT e-board. This is a board that I picked up back in 2016. It has served me well throughout the course of time, and it's a beautiful set. It does have some challenges though. Namely, it's not near as functional as some of the newer boards that we're seeing come to market. While I haven't tried some of those boards, I am thinking about getting one at a certain point in time. Potentially one that's a little bit smaller. Tournament size boards aren't the easiest to set up and maneuver and carry around, and they're quite expensive as well, so you don't really want to be taking it with you all over the place, so it largely remains in its case. I did buy a travel carry case with it, which is made out of cloth, and it comes with some additional satchels. The registration on the board works flawlessly. I think it's probably one of the leading technologies at this point in time, although it does look like the other boards are potentially equally as good at this point in time. Certainly back in 2016, there was nothing like this, so it was very much ahead of its time, and it was the board that the pros played. So I thought, why not treat myself and get something pretty nice? This point in time, it's not really convenient to, hook things up to a computer, frankly. Many times you want to just do something a little bit more efficiently, and so you'll really want to look for something that can be a little bit smaller in a lot of cases. So that's where some of these newer offerings come into play. Again, not everyone needs to have tournament size boards set up throughout their house, apartment, etc. The pieces are all exquisitely crafted. They have a beautiful weight to them. I certainly enjoy using them. They're not as heavily weighted as I would have liked, but I think given the overall size and the performance that it brought forward in 2016, it was certainly more than adequate. Again, it is a very, very beautiful set to use. I've had some fun hooking it up to Fritz and going through some games, playing some games on there. It's not as useful for online games as some may think. You can certainly use it for that, but for me, it's been a little bit more fun to just use it as a trainer against a computer, or potentially when you have a friend over and play a game. Certainly a nice showpiece, and it just so happens that it records all the moves electronically into the system itself. And you can just dump that out with again, I believe it's with the Rabbit software that DGT offers. Lots of great functionality, but again, not quite, I think, where some of the newer technologies are. I'd love to see some really great firmware updates for something like this. They certainly cost a lot of money, but it seems like the community maybe isn't there to develop things out as thoroughly as potentially they could. And now we're seeing some investment in the market to come up with some competing technologies that I think are going to do really well, and likely are doing very well at this point in time. Certainly there's been an explosion in chess, people picking it up, playing it post Queen's Gambit. And as such, when the market expands, we see more competition, which is definitely a good thing, and it's bringing a lot more innovation. So DGT is widely used, potentially not even potentially, by far and away, it is the most used board at the professional level when it comes to game broadcasting. Maybe we'll see things change in the future. So do I recommend this board? Yes, I recommend it. Again, you just have to know what you're looking for. If you want a beautiful set to display, it's excellent for that. It really looks wonderful. The wood is fantastic. The quality and craftsmanship seems absolutely wonderful as well. Some of the challenges, though, as noted, are just a loss in functionality versus what you may expect. You can't just grab a tablet or grab your phone, for example, which is how I think a lot of us want to use things this day and age. There was, as noted, that Acid Ape Chess app. It was fantastic. I haven't looked into that in quite a while. It still might be going, but I believe I ran into some problems with it a couple years back and never really picked it up once again. So it's really relegated to just playing with Fritz at this point in time. And frankly, I don't even really use the Bluetooth functionality at this point. Typically, I just hook it to straight in USB and get on my way. Having said that, the Bluetooth does seem to work without issue. We've been probably 8 years at this point in time. The battery still works. Granted, I'm sure it's suffering some reduced life, certainly, but for the purposes of you know, archiving a couple games of chess, I don't suspect I'll run into any issues for quite a while. All right, that completes the review of the DGT e-board. I hope you enjoyed it.